Hey everyone, it's Chris. Before getting started, I just want to let you know that the podcast is off next week. So our next episode is the following Monday, the 24th. I'm recording this on my phone because we've been without power due to the winter storms here. But no worries, I'll be back with 3 new episodes that I'm really excited to share starting Monday, January 24th. Okay, enjoy.
Much like what's happened in our food system, our information diet has become toxic. The news and social media we consume is filled with half-truths, anger-generating sound bites, and mind-numbing nonsense that either spaces us out or riles us up, and it's all designed to lure us back for more. It's time to take back control, and this podcast is a 5-minute step in the right direction. 3 days a week, I'll share a short story to help renew your belief in the people and the world around you. Monday, a story from the past. Wednesday, the present, and Friday, you'll head into the weekend with a story to keep you optimistic about our future. Hi, I'm Chris. Welcome to My Good 3. All right, happy Friday. When I was in 4th grade, Michael Jordan was just becoming a household name, and I wanted to be like Mike. So I signed up to play basketball for the first time. I was athletic enough, but I hadn't been exposed to much basketball. In our first game, I was lost. The game was moving fast, and I felt completely overwhelmed. I was brought off the bench just as the second quarter started, and I got a little turned around, not realizing the teams changed directions after each quarter. It was a jump ball at the top of the key, and the ball came to me, and I was amazed at my ability to move right through the defenders and score. Unfortunately, it was the wrong basket. 2 points for the other guys. The ref looked at me, handed me the ball, and said, "Good news, kid, it's still your ball." I was humiliated, and my teammates didn't let me forget it. But I finished the game without scoring any more points for the other team, and then headed home feeling lost and hopeless. I hid in my room. I wanted to quit. I swore I'd never play again, but eventually my frustration faded, and I did something small to take action. I swapped whatever was on the top of my Santa Claus list to a basketball hoop, and not long after, luckily for me, he delivered. Little by little, I gained confidence. I watched college basketball on TV whenever it was on, and I shot on the hoop every night under the stars for as long as my parents would let me. I envisioned myself playing well. I was never like Mike, but I did get better, and I even made the All-Star team. I attribute any success I had to all those hours in the driveway, getting better in the dark. This is a story about pushing through challenging periods in your life, not by wishing, but by manufacturing the hope you need. In 1977, there was a study done by the U.S. government at an alcohol rehab clinic. Each of the patient's records were randomly assigned a label, either high recovery potential or low recovery potential. The patients happened to all be at the same stage with the same potential for recovery. And the study was designed to see if the recovery results differed when counselors were shown different expectations. What the study showed was that counselor expectations significantly changed the course of treatment for a patient's recovery. The group labeled high recovery potential made much bigger strides. What the data signaled was the curious effect of the contagion of hope. Hope isn't a naive approach to seeing the world, as some people may suggest, but rather it's a complex response with real-world implications. Dr. William Miller is a psychology professor emeritus at the University of New Mexico, who has spent much of his career working with people struggling with addiction and lacking hope. His new book, 8 Ways to Hope, focuses on making hope easier to grasp during a challenging time. The benefits of being hopeful versus being cynical are proven. In fact, my 4th Friday episode, Cynicism Isn't Trustworthy, outlined many of the physical and mental advantages of being less cynical. And hope is contagious, like in the alcohol rehab study. A simple, hopeful expectation can produce remarkable results. The rub is, when you're really down and feeling helpless, Having someone tell you to summon your hope can feel insulting, even infuriating. Dr. Miller's book is about the power of practicing in the dark. It does a good job of explaining that hope can be accessed from a dark place by any combination of 8 different facets. He explains how each one has clear, concrete handles to grab onto that are less about naive wishing and more about science and logic. Here are the 8 facets. The first is desire. He discusses the importance of wanting a certain outcome. His second facet appeals to your logic and the probability of improvement. In this calculation, he talks about how negativity, biases, and prejudice might cloud our understanding of the likelihood of a positive outcome. The third is slightly loftier than probability, it's possibility. Just seeing a possible path forward can have a major impact. The next is optimism. Believe it or not, it's a muscle we can develop, and the book has exercises to help bulk up. Number 5 is trust. It discusses the benefits of making the risky choice to believe in people and what that does to your hope. Meaning and purpose is number 6. Digging in to make sure you know what you want out of life can be a fantastic way to connect with hope. Number 7 is perseverance. This facet is all about action. He says that while hope can spark action, it works just as well the other way around. Forcing action can spark hope. The final facet is called hope beyond hope. This is tied to refusal to quit. If you can find resolve to never give up, you can short-circuit your way to finding hope. Like most things in life, including skills on a basketball court, hope doesn't always just happen. For some, it comes naturally. But for those struggling, it's important to note that there are many ways to find it. It may just take shooting for a little while in the dark.
Thank you for listening. I realize this podcast won't be successful without your help. So if you'd like to rate it, or better yet, review it, wherever you get your podcasts, that would really help. And if you're on Instagram, go to @mygood3, THREE, to vote each episode up or down. I'm also excited to read more Good 3 stories from listeners. So just go to our website, mygood3.com, and submit a story of your own from the past, present, or future, or all 3. And maybe I'll use it in an episode. Thanks again. Here's to hoping My Good 3 can set the stage for your good week.